Hello and welcome to the 15.2 Configure Group milestone kickoff video. What do we plan to work on in the coming milestone? We are still pretty much in maintenance mode. This means that our top priority is to ship Kubernetes 123 and 124 support on the one hand. Once we manage to ship this support, we will be actually behind 3 months behind the 124 release of Kubernetes back in May. And together with this, we want to change our support policy around Kubernetes to be more easier to reason about and easier to adopt to support policy. The current support policy works in a pretty much ad hoc manner. We regularly review cloud provider support, and if we don't forget, we start adding the maintenance work needed to support a new version of Kubernetes. With the new support policy, we would have a way more easier to track and expect support policy, kind of like an SLO around Kubernetes support. Moreover, being it good for our users, actually will be even compatible more with OpenShift, who has a very similar policy around supporting new Kubernetes versions. The new support policy would say that if a release of Kubernetes comes out, for example, mid-July, we would plan an investigation issue for the August milestone. And if there's any work to be done, we have 2 more milestones to do that work, to schedule that work and deliver that work. This way, 3 months after the initial release of the Kubernetes version, we can add support for that version in the milestone +3 of the release, which is an amazing thing. The other thing that we are still working in a maintenance way is here point number 3, which is that we want to add automation around regular but still ad hoc maintenance work, typically version bumps in various repositories that the configure team owns. Hopefully this will decrease our maintenance work on the long term, and we'll keep all our repos more up to date as well at once. The one big item that we are working on is to provide kubectl exec attach and copy support in the CI/CD workflow with the agent. This is mostly a limitation in the upstream Kubernetes project, and we are working with the Kubernetes community to ship this feature. At the same time, we managed to ship a partial solution for some self-managed users in 15.1. The fourth item that we set up as a goal is to ship monthly active user based metric for the CI/CD workflow with the agent. This will be our first monthly active user based metric around the agent. So we are really interested to see these numbers coming in and change our regular reporting to the MAU numbers. If you want to have more insights about our plans, you can check out the board that's linked in the planning issue. And there's one more item that I want to speak about, which is not a top priority goal for us for the milestone, but very likely to get there as we have a bit more front-end bandwidth and we start with the front-end only aspect of it. This issue is about providing a status page for the GitLab agents. This status page could serve our users in many amazing ways, like telling them if they want to use ultimate features, but they are a premium or free user, telling them if some of the configurations are invalid or that there is some other error with their agent setup. Of course, we'll start in an iterative approach, which means that the first version will be much lower than what you can see now on your screen. At the same time, we want to get here month after month, and hopefully this will benefit our users a lot when they have to troubleshoot or just set up the initial user agent connections. This was our kickoff video. If you have any questions, please reach out to us in the sconfigure Slack channel or directly in our planning issue. Thank you for your attention.